This week, Norfolk State University will take to the national stage in college football as they take on Florida A&M.
Well, it's been a continuing effort to bring exposure to historically black colleges, and 13 Sports Director Brian Smith spoke with the Spartans as they embark on what's an incredible opportunity. Hey, Brian.
Janet and Dan, it is one of those great opportunities. Think about it. Over the last few years, we've seen historically black colleges like Norfolk State get some much needed national attention. And in talking with players and coaches, they're hoping for a special evening on Saturday. As the Norfolk State Spartans get ready for the bright lights and national stage for the 19th edition of the MEAC SWAC Challenge, they know they are part of something greater in the resurgence and attention to football programs like theirs.
What HBCUs stand for and how we carry ourselves, and the men that come out of these institutions go on to prosper in life. They go on to have great NFL careers. It's just that we now have more TV opportunities to showcase our talent and our skill set.
Some people may not know of Norfolk State when that game come on, so it's just showing them what we're about and what all we got and what we can do.
We're just here to say, hey, we could do it just as good as the next guy. You know, we're still here. It gives us a place to come back to when we couldn't go anywhere else. As a HBCU culture, it's just the culture, the love is nothing like a HBCU. It's just different.
The Spartans have had a few players find their way to the ranks of the NFL. Guys like former defensive lineman Lyndon Trail, who had stops that included Washington, or cornerback and Norfolk native Don Carey, who spent a portion of his career with the Lions. Players now say their time at an HBCU like theirs touches them beyond the sport.
I just want them to take in the black college vibe, man, the unity that we have, the family oriented that we have, man, just the vibes of family. That's the biggest thing. When you at HBCU, you feel like you want to hear.
And our tradition and our passions that has always been a part of HBCUs, and we got platforms now for people to see that and say and recognize that, you know, you could be on the West Coast and find out who Norfolk State is now with our TV presence. And that's the biggest thing about HBCUs. We have a presence and a platform like no other.
Well, 13 News Now is counting down the minutes until a battle to behold. That's a college football showdown between NSU and FAMU. We're going to have special coverage all week long, but on game day, we will begin our coverage of the game from the ATL starting on 13 News Now at 6. At 7, 13 News Now will have a special pregame coverage of a battle to behold up until kickoff at 7:30. Then stick around right after the game for 13 News Now at 11, followed by a battle to behold post-game coverage.